In this video, we're looking at the Sacred Relic Sword. I'm sure you guys have probably seen this 100 times. Now we're going to be doing a build on this sword in particular to use it more than just runes farming. So this weapon single-handedly has one of the best AoE skills in the entire game. Sure, it costs a little bit of FP, but how strong it is and how many things it can reach. We just buff it with our Wondrous Physic buffing holy damage because it is a holy attack. This attack is called Wave of Gold, and it's the Ash of War from the Sacred Relic Sword. Now the sword, unfortunately, you only get after you beat the final boss of the entire game. So you can use it for like just exploring the rest of the world, or you can use it into a journey to your new game plus. It goes very far. Look how far this reaches. We can reach that giant from here. From this distance, look how wide that range is. I just think that even with that range, the damage on itself is really, really strong and really good. A lot of weapons actually don't do this kind of damage. However, I do feel like this weapon is limited to using the Ash of War because the actual melee attacks don't do a lot because, I mean, also you're putting a lot of your stats into Faith because this weapon is going to kind of base itself or strengthen just on Faith, the Ash of War at least. The physical attacking aspects of the weapon are pretty average and I guess you could say normal, and you have to kind of either like split points away from Faith to lose your strength of the Wave of Gold and then put them into like Dexterity, or I think it was Strength for this weapon, to make it do more damage. But we kind of want Wave of Gold to deal an insane amount of damage, and to do this we need to have as many points in Faith and as much buffs to holy damage as we can get because it's a holy spell. And it's really nice. You can pair it up with other things like, offhand, like, Finger Seal and use incantations to deal with enemies. I feel like that's one way you can go into different areas because you have so much Faith anyway. It unlocks so many incantation types here. Here we're just using Frenzied Burst as an example, but you could probably turn it into so much more and so many different types of Faith builds. Personally, I think I will probably just keep using the Wave of Gold and just spamming it over and over and over and over again, because the sheer fact that it just melts like everything. Maybe not for bosses, but for everything else, the Sacred Relic Sword is a really, really good fit to just destroying everything. And obviously, farming runes is very easy with the sword. As you can see, we've got all our points into Faith, basically, as well as some Mind, a little bit of Endurance, and some Vigor. We have a Finger Seal to cast incantations from our offhand, using spells or anything that we can buff our damage with, or add extras to the build. These are the armor pieces I'm wearing. They don't add any specifics to the build. I'm just putting them on for an aesthetic point of view, because it looks cool. For the talismans, we have one that raises our holy attack damage, but also lowers our damage negation. Then we have a talisman to lower the FP consumed by skills because it uses a lot of FP to cost Wave of Gold, so to bring down the cost is the best thing. Shard of Alexander is going to greatly boost the attack power of our Wave of Gold. And then for your final talisman, you can kind of go for anything. I just went for Raises Faith to increase further damage on the Wave of Gold. Then our Wondrous Physic has a boost to holy attacks as well as eliminates all FP consumption for a short time. Right now this is 7 seconds, but it's going to be fixed back to 15 seconds in a future patch. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.